the way the team performed, the way they played, especially the first half hour was exceptional, I thought. Extreme high intensity and tempo. The only thing that was missing in that period of the game was the 1 or 2-0. But the way the team defended as a team, the whole game, clean sheet, that's the most important part.
We knew that it would be tough, it would be difficult. We needed to stick together. We needed to work well as a team defensively. And I think we did it quite well. In the other side, those kind of opportunities that you create, you need to take them. And if you don't take them, you leave yourself vulnerable. And that's what happened.
We wanted to play with 2 strikers and with 2 tens in a semi-position. That was the idea, to get more control in the center of midfield and to put pressure on their defense, but also make sure that Cristiano was not the only striker. By the way, what Cristiano worked today against the ball, chapeau.
It's one of the things that the manager wants from us, a little bit more pressure, a bit more aggressive. And we try to do it. I think the first 25 minutes from us was unbelievable, great tempo. We don't give any spaces to them. We recover a lot of balls higher on the pitch, but 3 points, and that is the most important for us.
What about Fred? Doesn't always get the headlines here, but all round today and the finish, the winning goal.
Yeah, and with his right foot. I couldn't believe, I had to ask one of my assistant coaches if it was Fred with the right foot. Normally he can only shoot with his left foot. Yeah, he's a fantastic player, again, against the ball, what he did together with McTominay on 6. This is what you need for this kind of football, and I'm very happy for him, and the whole team congratulated to him for this goal.
When he was overseeing the Red Bull clubs, he wanted his coaches there to use this 4-2-2-2 formation. And he implemented that today at United because he wanted them to have more control.
And exactly that. The control was all in the centre of the pitch, straight from the off, really. If you just look at the positions here, we talk about the 4-2-2. We'll just stop the clip here. 4-2-2-2. Exactly what he was talking about. But what he's trying to do with that is win them second balls. You see Ronaldo going, then Fred coming out, Fernandes making Palace make their own header, goes out for a throw-in. What I really did like is how high they were, though. If you look at this position here, this is the highest I've probably ever seen Man United, but they were in control. They was taking risks. Lindelof, I thought, today was outstanding, the way he wanted to come out, always on the front foot. Playing a 2 up front allows Ronaldo to come a little bit deeper and Rashford to make them runs in behind, which he's done a lot of his career, trying to work together. But it was just a constant. Lindelof, brilliant again, taking the risk, taking responsibility, playing on the front foot, doing all the stuff, the dirty work that a defender's supposed to do. Then Leon, you was happy with the fullbacks?
Yeah, I was, because if you're going to play as narrow as Manchester United did today and may do in the future, you're relying heavily on the players in those wide areas to offer you width at time, but to make sure they possess really good quality, to make sure that when you're in the wide areas you deliver. You see Sancho coming in narrow, he doesn't have many options. Tellez, Rashford makes a great forward run, but he has the quality to play that ball in there, and they managed to get players into the box and get a chance, and then the ball switched out to right. Dalot certainly didn't let anybody down today either, showed real quality, wriggling a way through, finding a way, getting in a penalty, and actually should have scored. And Shaw and Wan-Bissaka have been, or had been, Manchester United's first choice fullbacks, but Dalot and Tellez put a real statement performance in today.
And presumably because they flooded that central area, that's why they were able to win that much possession in the final third, which is way clear of anything else they've done this season, because they had the bodies there and they could work as a unit. Exactly, that Ralf mentioned in his interview, tempo and intensity. And when you've got people in that central area, it allows you to draw them in. And they actually moved as a unit. When they went to the left, they all came. And when they went to the right, it was actually good to see. It wasn't a vintage Man United performance in terms of, I think the expected goal was only 0.9. But in terms of the control in the game, Palace didn't really threaten too much. And the standout performer from the game today, when you look at his stats as well, not only did he get the winning goal, but in terms of tackles and passes, and then the passes in the opposition half as well, Leon, he's either first or second, and that was Fred.
Yeah, well, there are times where he gets a lot of criticism for performances in possession, Fred. But credit where credit's due today. He was offered himself all over the field. He made sure he got on the ball. But he didn't do anything you wouldn't expect. But if United are going to play narrow and play with no width, then when he wins the ball back, he's always in a position to go on and be good in possession, and was able to join in. Unlucky with that shot there, but this was it. He won the ball back, and people like Bruno Fernandes now are no longer 30 yards away from him where he's given the ball away trying to find a pass. He can just play a nice simple pass, win the ball back as he's expected to, do the job he's in the team to do, and just pass it to one of the closest players. And when you're in proximity to those good players, you'll deliver. And then he started to grow in confidence, threading passes like that one to Cristiano Ronaldo, and topped it off with a wonderful finish with his right foot. I'm not sure you've scored many of them, Micah, in your day.
No, definitely not. But it was brilliant. And you know what? I am happy for Fred, because when Man United lose, he gets all the stick. It's nice for him to be, get some look. Even someone wants his shirt there. It's a bit nice for a bit of positivity.
But I think that's the other interesting thing. The point you make is you talk about them being compact in the central area from how they can win the ball back, but you're saying that also benefits Fred from the options he has.
Absolutely, I'm saying Fred's strength is to win the ball back and give it to those players around him like Bruno Fernandes. If they're no longer 25 yards away, they're only 10 yards away, he's going to be able to look a lot better doing it, giving it, passing it, and doing the job he's good at.